Hey guys, we're going to be in 1 Timothy chapter 4. 1 Timothy chapter 4. We're going to read verse 12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. You say, Ryan, you're just going to talk to young people here? No. Actually, what I want to do is I want to say, don't let anybody despise your age, period. I seem to, I'm getting a little older too. And I look at that, man. I look in the mirror. There's a lot more wrinkles. Getting older. Grandkids growing up. Got a picture of them behind me up here. The four of them. Man, it's amazing to be a pawpaw, and I'm having a great time doing it. But whether you're young, Paul was talking to Timothy, and Timothy was young, and he said, don't let him despise your youth. I mean, don't do that. And Jeremiah was awfully young. The disciples were young, very young, in fact. So the fact that Paul's bringing this up to Timothy doesn't surprise me, because everyone assumes that, hey, the older you are, the wiser you are. Well, here's the thing. The older you are, the more wise you're supposed to be. But I've seen some people who don't live by the wisdom of the Lord, and they're much older and they should be more wise than they are. But anyway, it said, let no man despise thy youth. Let no man also despise your old age. There'll be the young that say, really, do you have anything you can offer? They may think, he may know some things, but he's old. He's kind of old fashioned. He didn't know that we have new ways as such. Don't let anyone despise that. What Paul does for Timothy, though, is he tells him what to do. Instead of letting people despise your age, you just keep doing these things. Keep being believers in the word. Be an example to the believers. All right, that's what he says. Be an example to the believers. That's a big deal. Be an example of godliness. If you're older, be an example of godliness. Show them the way. If you're younger, new in this, be zealous and show the older people that they can have energy in the Lord. Example of believers in the word. All right, so make sure you're in the word. Make sure that the things that you say are pure and clean. And make sure you're edifying and encouraging people. In conversation, making sure that if you're younger, that you're respectful, and that in conversation you're speaking of Jesus and you're telling people about it, and you're showing your youth and your energy. And if you're older, that you're showing how God has been faithful in your life, and how through all the storms that he's helped you through them. In charity, meaning in giving and in love. Making sure that, if you're young, that you're showing love to all peoples. And if you're older, that you're showing that despite the fact that there have been some terrible times in your life, that there have also been good ones, and we still love each other and we still made it. So that there's a history behind all of that. Let no man despise your age, okay? But be thou an example of believers in word, in conversation, in charity, making sure that you are a great example of that, in spirit and energy. No matter if you're old, you're still energetic about the things of the Lord. If you're young, show in the spirit of God and his and the future he has for you, in faith and in purity, making sure that all of us at any age, middle age, whatever that is, and elderly and young adults and youth and all those things like that we are living in purity. It's very simple. He says, don't worry about your age. Worry about how we're treating one another. That is critical. Okay, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. It's not about how young you are. It's not about how old you are. We can all live for Jesus. Love you guys. Bye-bye.